Channel 7, well, like it's a celebration of the year in television and all it entails, Andrew. So, it's been a big year for 7. I will say, working on Front Bar, it's much easier to get a park in the Channel 7 car park at the moment. But
Sam Pang, thanks for chatting to news.com.au. I am a very big fan.
Andrew, thank you very much for having me. I'm a big fan of yours.
Really?
No.
Okay.
No, but we go back. We go back a while.
We do.
And that's again.
Yeah.
That is sincere.
Okay, I appreciate that. The reason you are here today is because you are hosting the Logies for the second year in a row, Sunday, August 18. I thought you were brilliant last year. How do you think you went?
I think I got away with it.
What do you mean by that?
As in, I was quite. I didn't know what to expect going in, and on the other side, it was like there wasn't no stories about me, or there was no, nothing. There wasn't a disaster, so I had a lot of fun doing it, and then when Channel 7 asked me to do it again, I thought that I had a good experience, and hopefully some lessons that we learnt last year means that it'll be smoother this year. But I had a good time.
You took the piss out of all of the biggest stars last year, Carl Stefanovic, Kerry-Anne Kennelly, the Maths cast. Did any of them have a word with you afterwards, offer you any feedback?
No, anyone that I mentioned seemed fine. There were no incidents backstage. There was no someone, Kerry-Anne having me up against the wall saying, "Say that again, I'm going to kill you." No, everyone was fine, Andrew. It was they hadn't been a host for, 12, 13 years. So I think everyone was kind of just, I don't know, there was some warmth in the room, and I think, hopefully people know that I'm not mean-spirited about it. If I do a joke about you, it's probably because I, love you, or you're fine.
Yeah.
Everything's going well in your life. You can take a joke from, a guy in a suit on stage. Everything's going to be all right. And if they don't, well, I don't know. What are you going to do? Well, exactly.
Yeah. What did you do?
That's why there's security. That's good.
What did you do when the broadcast finished last year? Because Mick Malloy said that you were still drinking in Daryl Summers' hotel suite until 6 a.m. Is that true?
Why would you ever believe anything that man says? That man is just a walking load of nonsense. No, Daryl, I don't think he'd mind me telling you. He invited me up to his hotel room after the show for a celebratory glass of champagne, and that was a big thrill. Do you know what I mean? Like, I grew up watching Daryl Summers, so to have for him to toast the night and say well done was a big moment. So,
was it just the two of you?
No, there was guys from my writing team that were there on the night, and a couple of friends. And Daryl was a very nice host, and and then we went to the after party after that. So it was just a nice glass of champagne, and it was fun.
Who went the hardest at the after party from what you saw? You have to tell a story. Just name a name.
There was Costa from Gardening Australia.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was there at Stumps, and then he's a wonderful energy, but I don't know if he was drinking, and if he wasn't, he should have been. You know what I mean? I'll go with Costa.
I don't think you need any advice to host it again, because you smashed it last year, but I did reach out to a former host of the Logies to see if he had any advice for you. Sean McAuliffe, who actually has a new show starting on the ABC on August 14 called Sean McAuliffe's
Eve of Destruction.
Eve of Destruction.
Can't wait till it's is it Distraction or Destruction?
I believe it's Destruction.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for that show.
He sent through a video for you.
Sam, hello. Andrew wanted me to give you some advice about doing the Logies for a second time. I've only done it once, so I have no idea what it would be like. But rest assured that if it's a complete disaster and your reputation is ruined and no one will employ you, remember you are on Channel 7 and you can always be interviewed by Liam Bartlett. Good luck.
He's the best. He's well, I actually did. He was a wonderful source of counsel in the lead up to last year, because he's hosted it before.
Yeah, well, I have spoke to him about the fact he hosted the Logies, and he said that he was gently persuaded to drop a couple of jokes from his monologue by the TV bosses. Were you gently persuaded to drop any gags?
No, I wasn't. I don't know. It's funny. He says I was gently persuaded. But did they say you can't do it? Because that probably would have been the worst thing you could say to Sean. No, I thought so the jokes that I had last year and the spirit of the night, I'm not, I think people sometimes forget, like, no one's looking to get cancelled, or no one's looking to get sued for defamation, all that sort of stuff. So, no, my Channel 7 are very supportive,
You mentioned Channel 7 there. It's been a pretty spicy year for Channel 7. They've been in the headlines a lot, a few redundancies. We've got horoscopes in the news now.
Yeah.
How hard are you going to go on them this year?
Channel 7, like it's a celebration of the year in television and all it entails, Andrew. So, it's been a big year for 7. I'd say I will say working on Front Bar, it's much easier to get a park in the Channel 7 car park at the moment. But, it's I don't think they're alone.
Let's talk about your showbiz career in general. You're on the Front Bar on Channel 7. You're on Have You Been Paying Attention on Channel 10. On that latter there, so many great guest quizmasters. You've had Anthony Albanese, Ariane Titmus, Robert Irwin. Who's one that stands out in your mind as the most memorable?
So, Alex Perry came on the show early.
The fashion designer with the big glasses.
Yeah. And that to me that was memorable because I don't think he had a really good time on the show.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. He just didn't seem to enjoy it. I think Kate Langbrook, not to throw her under the bus because it was hilarious, but I think she may have got him offside early when she said, "Hey, Alex, if you're looking for your glasses, they're on top of your head," and that was her opening gambit. And I don't know if he had a good time.
There's been a bit of chat lately that you're in talks with a TV network to do a talk show. Any truth to that whatsoever?
Why would have a look at me? I don't like talking to people, Andrew. So I don't know why that would. No, there's no truth in that, Roo. I don't know what. Oh yeah, someone told me about that too.
Yeah.
I'm between Front Bar and Have You Been Paying Attention, now the Logies, and some stand up every now and then. Like, that's enough for me.
Okay. You mentioned the stand-up there. You're touring the country in a show called The Comedians with Mick Malloy, Marty Sheargold, and Lawrence Mooney. Geez, when I hear those names, I just think loose units. Is that accurate?
I think 3 health scares waiting to happen. That's what I think, Andrew.
What is a fun behind-the-scenes story from the Comedians tour that I can put to air?
I think I know what you think happens backstage or what post-show and levels of debauchery. I don't know what you've got in your head, but my experience backstage with those 3 is really a lot of me just standing around watching those 3 eat sandwiches, and then my favorite part is watching them all try to put their shoes on. Do you know what I mean? So that's it's not as easy a task as you would think. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know you're running marathons at the moment, so you're fit. It's an easy thing to do. Those 3, it's quite an ordeal.
I thought we would wrap up with a little game because when I was researching you for this interview, so many articles use the same 2 words to describe you. Do you know what those words are?
Devilishly handsome.
Wrong. Notoriously private. So I want to do a little get to know you game with Sam Pang.
And yeah, that's fine. Do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, it's weird to be to have those words. Well, isn't notoriously private?
Yeah.
In an article where you're getting interviewed, like it's I'm not that private.
Well, I want to get to the bottom of Sam Pang. I want you to lift the veil of privacy. I'm going to hit you with some hard-hitting questions.
Go
okay.
for life. I'm open to anything, whatever you want.
Open to anything. Okay. What is the worst month of the year and why?
Pass. No. What's the worst month of the year? What's the worst month of the year? I think it's July. I think sneakily it's August.
August?
Yeah.
Which is the month we're in. Okay, why?
Because I think that you think that winter's over or it's coming to an end, and it's actually not.
Still there.
Yeah.
What would you
do? You want shorter answers? I can give shorter answers.
You do what you want to do. We'll edit it. What would your death row meal be?
So that's probably what's your favourite meal?
Yeah.
How have I never thought about these questions? Well, I don't plan on being on death row anytime soon, by the way.
Well, no, that's true. I mean, you're going to kill it at the Logies, but you won't get death row for that.
I think, actually, you know what? It would be it would just be as simple. It would be a bowl of pasta, probably bolognese, and a death row.
Yeah.
Well, 2 bowls of red then. Just gonna have a glass of red, but no, I'll have 2 bowls of red. Yeah, pasta.
If you could only watch one TV show for the rest of your life, what would it be?
The Larry Sanders Show.
Which Aussie star do you find intimidating?
Well, Michaelis. He's he's got a presence about him that's, he tries to be warm and he tries to make you feel comfortable, but then he just can't because it's Michaelis.
Last question, the big one. Tomato sauce. Do you keep it in the fridge or the cupboard?
I'm Asian. I don't have tomato sauce. But I think tomato sauce in the cupboard until it's opened and then in the fridge.
Wow, put in both camps.
There you go.
Just, yeah, okay,
No,
don't want to offend anyone.
This is hard hitting
Don't
stuff.
want to offend anyone.
You'll be in the Guardians too. I'm telling you the way things are going.
You think the Guardian's a step up from news.com?
No, absolutely not. What did I say that? I didn't mean.